For this warm-up sequence, we're going to start in a seated position. I'm going to start off just moving your ankles. So we're going to take, from this seated position, you're going to take one leg out in front of you. Again, as long as this is pain-free, we're going to hold the foot up off the floor and we're going to point and flex the ankle. So we're pointing the toe away from us as far as we can and then pulling the toe back towards us as far as we can. So from the side, point it away and then pull it back. Point it away and then pull it back. You do 10 of those on one leg, then you put the foot back on the floor, do 10 on the other leg. Now, if this is uncomfortable through the knee, you can put the heel of the foot that you're working on the floor and do the same thing. So this will take some of the weight off of the knee joint. But after we've done 10 point and flex on each side, we're then going to invert and evert the foot. So roll it to the outside edge, then to the inside edge. So we're going to take the leg out, and you're going to rotate to the outside edge of the foot, and then to the inside edge. So we're turning the foot side to side. Again, from the side, it looks like this. So I'm turning the heel of my foot towards the middle of my body, then turning the heel of my foot towards the outside edge of my body. Again, I'm going to do 10 of those on one side, and I'm going to switch 10 on the other side. Here. When I'm doing this, I'm concentrating on just moving the ankle joint as much as I can, not moving the knee joint, not rotating the hip. Once we've done 10 invert and evert on each side, we're then going to change legs again, and we're going to do big circles. So you imagine you're drawing the biggest O you can with your big toe. We're going to do 5 round one way, and then 5 round the other way. Again, I'm concentrating on not moving the knee, so if you need to, put your hand on your knee, make sure it's still, and then we are just moving the ankle. Then we do the same on the other side. Again, from the side, I can hold this and go round. Next, we're just going to get our knee bending as much as we can. So we're going to straighten the leg out, then we're going to bring the knee in as close as we can. So from the side, I'm going to straighten the leg, and bring the knee in as close to my bum as I'm able to, and come back out. Again, we do 6 of these on one side, and then we'll do 6 on the other side. Again, just moving through as much of a pain-free range as you're able to. From there, we're going to look at, we've worked the ankles, we've worked the knee, we're now going to look at your hip. So what you do is you're going to hold your foot up, and you're going to turn the toe out, or turn the whole leg out, and then turn it in, so the toe is now pointing in here. So we're focusing on rotating the leg from the thigh. So I'm turning out, and then turning in. Turning out, turning in. Don't worry how far it moves, move as far as you are able to. You're going to do 6 to 10 rotations on one side, then change, 6 to 10 rotations on the other side. Again, don't force it, just get that body moving as much as you are able to. From there, you're going to sit on the edge of your chair, you put your feet flat on the floor, so your heels are directly under your knees are in line with where your thighs come out of your pelvis, so you're in this square position. From there, you're going to curl or cross your hands over your shoulders, so your elbows are pointing forwards. We're going to keep the feet pressing to the ground, so our hips stay level, and we're going to turn our body as far as we can one way, and then we're going to turn our body as far as we can the other way. We do 10 of these. So from the side, I'm here, I'm rotating, I'm rotating. I'm trying to concentrate on getting this movement happening from the rib cage. So I'm pulling round, the hips are staying still, and I'm rotating my thoracic spine, keeping myself nice and tall, nice and long from tailbone to crown of head, and just getting some rotation going on. From there, after we've done 10 rotations, we're just going to lean to the side, and lean to the side. After we've done 10 of those, we're going to start working on the shoulders. So we're going to start, hands hanging down by our side, thumbs pointing forwards, shoulders pulled back. So I'm sitting nice and tall in this position. Okay. From there, I'm going to drive my hands down towards the floor as much as I can. Then I'm going to raise my shoulders up towards my ears. I'm going to roll down into my pockets, or past my pockets, and then up to my ears. And we're going to go up and down 6 times. So we're elevating and depressing your shoulder blades. From there, you're going to put your hands out in front, so again, you stay nice and tall, and then all you're going to do, you're going to push your hands forwards, or your shoulders forwards as much as you can. Then you're going to squeeze your shoulder blades back together behind your back. So we reach forwards or protract the shoulder blades, then we squeeze the shoulders together or retract the shoulder blades. Protract, retract, protract, retract. Yeah, again, we're going to do 6 of those. From the front, reaching forwards, squeezing together. Reaching forwards, squeezing together. After we've done 6 of those, we're going to put our hands back down by our sides. We're going to reach down into our pockets, and we're going to come drawing a great big circle, reaching up as high as we can. We then reach away and come back down. Again, we're going to do 6 of these. So we reach down into our pockets, draw the biggest circle you can, pushing your shoulders forwards and away, reaching those shoulders up, coming back down. Again, we're going to do 6 of these. Finally, from there, we're just going to get your neck moving. So again, we're going to sit nice and tall. We're going to think about turning our head left to right. So our head is neutral, chin stays level, and we're just going to turn as far as we can one way, then as far as we can the other way. Again, don't worry about how far it goes. Move through as much of a range as you can, pain-free. After we've gone 6 side to side, we'll look up and down. And when we're looking up and down, we're thinking about keeping the head neutral, so we're nice and long through our cervical spine, nice and long through our thoracic spine, and we're going to tuck the chin down and look down. Then when we look up, we're thinking about moving the back of our head, lifting the chin up. Here. Chin tucked down, and then we're rotating from this point of the head, so the base of your skull is going to flip, lever, and then we lift the chin up. I'm not just doing this, moving from the bottom of my neck. Bottom of my neck stays still. I'm trying to move my skull around my C1, so the first cervical vertebra. And there you have it. That is your daily mobility routine. Do that as often as you can, and definitely before you start any training session.